Hey guys, this is Cave. So I want to introduce to you something called the stages of genocide. In our past notes, when we talked about genocide, we learned about what genocide was, and I gave you examples. Stages of genocide show us how we are moving, a situation is moving towards genocide. See, with genocide, there's no typical perpetrator or victim, even no typical place or situation. In fact, different ethnic groups have been both perpetrators and victims of genocide. Different religious groups have been both victims and perpetrators of genocide. Genocide has happened on 6 of the 7 continents in the world, and the situation can be religious, it can be ethnic group, it can be really many, many different things. Because of this, there is no typical place. We can't just look for a situation that genocide may occur. It can happen anywhere. So anyway, the stages of genocide were developed to identify at-risk situations for genocide. Now, what you should know about the stages is that they have no specific length. They could be months, they could be years. In fact, some of them are months and some of them are years. The stages of genocide will overlap. They can overlap and they will, for sure. So you might see 2 or 3 of these stages happening all at the same time, and actually not really always in order. Some of the stages are done away from public, which makes sense, because if you're about to eliminate a whole group of people or planning to, you don't show the world that you are doing that. You don't advertise that. Just remember that even though we don't see these stages of genocide, they must and they will happen at some point, several of them behind closed curtains, so to speak. Remember from our notes the other day, genocide is always systematic and it's always planned. And lastly, remember, the entity or the group planning the genocide needs to actually have a realistic means and ability to carry out the genocide. As stated the other day, it can't just be somebody sitting in their basement who hates a specific group of people and has maybe a few guns. They have to actually have the means and the ability to carry out the genocide if it gets to that point. Anyway, I hope this makes sense.